Hi, I'm Dr. BJ with a counseling lesson on bullying in elementary schools. Today, we're going to talk about how bullying affects not only the students, but how affect those around them and what we need to know as educators of what's happening to our children in schools. When we hear students talking about, he hit me, he punched me, uh, she pushed me or tried to trip me, these are words of complaints by children, students that we have to take seriously and must be investigated because there may be something seriously that may be going on, like bullying. Did you know that 20% of students experience bullying nationwide? Did you also know that 40% thought that the bully was more physically stronger than they were? 50% perceived the bully had more social influence. 31% thought they had more money, and 56 thought that the bully had the ability to influence others. And this information is coming from the National Center for Education, Statistics, and Bureau of Justice, 2019. So this is up-to-date recent information. Could you imagine that 56% of students thought that the bully had the ability to influence others? So they were bullied, right? But where does bullying happen around school? How do we know what to do and how to help students? Well, we know that bullying happens where? In hallways, in classrooms, bathrooms, cafeteria, playground, the buses, and even online. So students, where do you think bullying happened the most in our school? Well, let's travel back and see. We said hallways and classrooms, bathrooms, cafeteria, playground, buses, and online. Where do you think it happens the most? Now, I hear some people saying in the bathrooms, on the playground. But did you know that 42% of bullying happens in the hallways and in the classrooms? Those are the highest places that bullying happens. So if you're being bullied by anyone, we're going to learn today about what you can do. We're going to talk about what is bullying, types of bullying, the effects bullying has on the victim, what can the victim do, what can you do as a bystander, what are the consequences in various school districts, and the change that we can do that starts with who. Let's find out who it starts with, right? So what is bullying? There are so many different definitions of bullying, but today I'm going to use when someone repeatedly says and do mean things to another person on purpose. And the purpose is, or the intent is to cause harm to the individual and or hurt their feelings. So types of bullying. There's verbal, there's physical, social, and cyberbullying. Let's start with verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is when someone says something to another person to hurt their feelings or to cause harm. That's by teasing, taunting, making fun of, saying mean things about the person, by spreading rumors or even lies about the person, or using verbal threats. So physical bullying. That's when you're using something, it may be an object or your body, to cause harm to another person. That's by hitting, shoving, punching, tripping, pushing, kicking. These are just some examples, but not all of them, but just some of the examples. And when I say use an object, a person may hit another person with a book bag. They may trip them, causing their books to fall down. A bully does things like that to cause harm to a person. Another is social bullying. Social bullying, that's when a person is telling others not to play with someone. Have you ever heard a student come up to um, a teacher and say, "He don't want to play with me," or "They won't let me join the group," or "She's telling other people not to play with me." These are just some examples of social bullying. Sometimes I call it social isolation, where the group that you normally play with or talk to or communicate with now have decided not to communicate with you anymore. And it's on purpose. It's to cause harm or to make you feel bad about yourself. Another form of bullying that is gaining traction, and people believe that by getting involved in cyberbullying that others can't see what they're doing, but they don't know that they're leaving digital tracks, their digital tracks of what they're doing online. And cyberbullying involves using technology like your cell phone, your computer, uh, emails, text messages, sending mean text to a person, sending threatening texts and emails to a person, sending inappropriate pictures to an individual with the intent to cause emotional harm to an individual. The most common form of bullying is verbal bullying. And that may not be a surprise to many. And I always, and I've said it before already, but we used to say sticks and stones may break my bones because it's going to hurt me. Physical hurts you. But those words that people use to cause harm can stay with you for a lifetime. So spreading rumors, spreading lies, that can hurt a person's character. And it's hard to rebuild that if people are spreading rumors and lies about them. Taunting and constantly saying something to someone to hurt their feelings. "Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you think you're this or you're that." These are just words that hurt. The name calling, saying bad things to a person based on their color, their complexion, their ethnicity, their gender, how they look, hurts. Being made fun of, all of this hurts. So verbal bullying is the most form of bullying used, and it's something that we have to work on. The effects of bullying. Did you know that bullying can cause depression, anxiety? In many children who are bullied, this is how they feel. They fear coming to school. So as a result, their attendance are affected. So they stop coming to school or they may skip school. Their academics fall because they can't concentrate because of what's happening to them. They feel a sense of low self-esteem. And in some cases, young teens who are being bullied sometimes hurt themselves in order to deal with the situation. So what should the victim do? What can they do? Can you say, "Stop, leave me alone"? Try to remain calm and then walk away. And when you walk away from the situation, tell an adult, like a teacher or a parent. You can even tell a friend. Tell someone that you trust, that you know will help you. So what can we all do? Well, first of all, don't be a bystander. You can stand up for that individual who's being bullied and tell the bully to stop. Shout it loud so you can attract the attention of others, including other adults that may be in the vicinity. Get help if there's no adults around. Tell the adult what's going on so that they can help you. Try and be a friend to someone that needs your assistance. One of the things that we need to work on as it relates to bullying is respecting others for being different. Does it make sense for all of us to be the same, have the same personality, same clothes, same hairstyle, same face? Does that make sense? We all are made uniquely different. And then there are parts of us that are the same. 2 hands, 2 eyes, nose, mouth. We're made the same, but we are uniquely different. And is it okay for us to accept our differences? What do you think? Yes. So what should we do? Practice being kind. Can you be kind to someone? Can you use kind words? Yes? Can we be nice? Be helpful? Or practice the golden rule? Can anyone tell me what is the golden rule? Well, the golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated. Can we practice doing that? So here are the consequences for bullying. In some schools, the first offense is you see your counselor. The counselor counsels with the student, talk to them about what happened, what's going on, why is bullying happening, why are they bullying someone. Review the school policy on bullying and talk about the student code of conduct, what they should have gone over during the first part of the school year. Make sure the student understand what bullying is and what the consequences are. The counselor would then review a contract, and this is a bully contract. The bully contract explains exactly what bullying is and what the consequences that are going to occur if there's another offense. The parent is contacted and notified of what happened, and the parent and the student signs the bully contract. But let's say it happens a second time and you have a second offense. Again, the student would see the counselor, they talk about the situation, what happened, review the school policy on bullying. The parent again is notified. The student and the parent will sign the bully contract again as the second offense. But the difference is the student is now referred to the principal or the assistant principal. These are the administrators of the school. And they will make a decision whether the student should be suspended and how many days. But let's say the student have not learned their lesson on bullying. What should we do? Well, there's a third offense. Now you're not going to the counselor, you're going straight to the administration, the principal or the assistant principal. Again, they're going to review the school policy with you and the offenses that you've had in the past. Parent will be notified, and there will be a conference to talk about what are the next steps. Of course, the student and parent sign the bully contract again for the third offense. But the difference is this time, a student can be suspended for up to 10 days based on the situation that occurred. And then the biggest thing is this, and this should be taken very seriously. The student will be referred to the school tribunal or school court. So what does that mean? School tribunal, school court. Well, that's where students are taken in front of a panel of administrators and leaders in the school district. The school administrators, they present the case of what the student has done, the 3 offenses. And there may be other things that there are activities that the student may have done at school that was not right, that would also be brought to the school tribunal. They make a decision at the tribunal. The student will get to speak, and so would the parent. And then they make a decision if the student should be able to return back to school or should go to alternative school. A student can be recommended to go to alternative school for just a few months or up to the entire school year. Would you want to go to an alternative school? So let's recap about what we have learned about bullying. And today I have decided to share a recap video with you on bullying. So let's see if I can grab that information for you. I'm trying a new form of, here we go. It's called Powtoon, and this is just another fun way to present information to students. And let's see what you think of it. If I can get it playing for you. Bullying prevention and intervention. Let's start it again. Hey, it's Dr. BJ, your school counselor. All right, let's start this again. I moved too fast. Bullying prevention in elementary schools. Hey, it's Dr. BJ, your school counselor. School should be a safe place to learn. What is bullying? When someone repeatedly says and do mean things to you on purpose, the intent is to harm or hurt. Types of bullying: verbal, physical, social, and cyber. Example of verbal bullying: teasing, spreading rumors, taunting, threats. Verbal bullying may relate to race, gender, age, religion, nationality, or even. And I'm going to stop this 1 minute because it sounds like it's sticking. And this is my first time using it. So we're going to stop for a minute and see if this works. Examples are social bullying, being alienated by friends or being left out. Cyberbullying, using technology like computers, cell phones to send mean texts, pictures, or videos of someone. Bullying affects one's health, academics, attendance. Some say stop, stay calm, walk away. What you can do: encourage each other. Let's work together to stop. Don't be a bystander. Learn more about bullying prevention. So this is something I was just working on and trying to see how it would work. But it's moving very fast and my computer is having some technical difficulty. But this was just a recap so you can see using cartoon figures, students. And I'm not gonna start it from the beginning, but I want you to see how bullying affect others. And in this video, you can see right here, I'm gonna stop it, how spreading rumors. Look at the expression on the child's face. Look at the expression on the bully's face. Do you see that they're laughing? So verbal bullying, again, is teasing, spreading rumors, taunting, threats, and inappropriate comments. We know that, right? And I'm just gonna slide through this so we can have a brief overview, because that was torturous watching the video stick in different places. So we know what bullying is, okay? So we know that bullying is when someone says or does something to someone on purpose, and the intent is to cause harm, and we know that they definitely want to hurt the person's feelings. And as we go through this video, it talks about types of bullying, which is a recap of what we just talked about. We know that there's verbal, physical, social, and cyberbullying. And when you talk about verbal are the words that are coming out of your mouth. That's verbal. How it affects the person. Look at this character that I created here, looking sad because someone is getting a lift just out of being mean to them, using threats and inappropriate comments. And these comments can have something to do with race, gender, age, religion, nationality, disability, gender identity. And I know that sometimes people can make fun of you because of different things. I know that people made fun of me because of my accent. And my accent is sometimes strong and you can hear it. So they would start talking up and down like that, right? So, and I don't think that I sound that way, but they made fun of me. Physical bullying. So we already know that it's hitting, shoving, kicking, punching. It's when you're physically trying to cause harm to a person. That's the intent. You're physically causing harm. And when that doesn't work, you're using objects, okay, to cause harm. So again, this is just a recap. We're going over everything we learned today, and we're just using animation for it. And we know that social bullying is when we use alienation from our friends, and we're telling others not to what? Play or talk to someone. We know that cyberbullying, it's using tech devices to send mean texts. They use social media like TikTok. Other forms of social media, what would you say? Facebook, Instagram, these are all forms of social media that people use to send pictures, inappropriate pictures and videos, and mean texts and emails to someone to make them feel bad about themselves. And it's repeated. So the health effects that it can have on an individual is that they can become depressed, experience anxiety, fear, the academics drop, there's attendance issues, they stop coming to school, or they start saying, well, my stomach hurts, I don't want to be here, or call my mom, I want to go home. But again, look at the effects it has on the individual, how sad they are. Okay. And then the other thing is that we can stop this. And the way we can do that is by saying, stop. If you're being bullied, tell the person, stop, leave me alone. Be very loud so others can hear. Stay calm, walk away. Tell a teacher, a parent, tell someone you trust. And we encourage you to just respect others and their differences. Use kind words, and remember always that change begins with who? Who does change begins with? You. Okay. Well, this has been Dr. BJ with another counseling lesson. And I hope you enjoyed it and learned how to stay safe, what you can do in order to help yourself, but also help others who are being bullied. Have a wonderful, fantastic, awesome day. Bye.